everyone! Today we are checking out the brand new TC Electronic Ampworx series. I have in front of me the high gain series of pedals. So we have this 550, this dual rec, and this Jims 800. Essentially these are an amp in a box style pedal. So they are preamp pedals, and also they have an option for you to take a signal with a cap simulated output. So that's great. You can use it through the back of an amp, so the front of an amp, or you could go direct into the front of house mixer or your audio interface. Now, I'm going to quickly talk about each of these pedals before we go into the demo. So we have this 550, where it is based off a PEAVEY 5150 Mark I, right? The second one here is based off a 1995 Revision G dual rectifier from MESA Boogie, and what they've tweaked here is they added a tight knob which adjusts the low frequencies, and then finally you have the Jims 800, which is based on the Marshall JMP 2203, or in other words the JCM 800. Now underneath the hood of this pedal they've done a few more mods. They did a treble bleed mod which results in a sweeter high, mids, and less shrill top and bite. And then they have a custom tone stack, and what that does is the center frequencies of these controls have been slightly tweaked, resulting in a more versatile range of adjustment and more dialed in sounding amp tone. And finally they added a gain mod where they added a touch more level to the second gain stage, resulting in slightly more gain and compression. So that is the inner workings of the pedals, which you'll find out if you read the manual. Now with each of these pedals you have two channels, you have two foot switches, one to change the channel and one to engage the boost. You can also set the pedal to not only switch channels, but maybe you don't want to use the second channel, then you can use it as an on and off button. Now with the boost you can set it to be preamp or post amp. So if you set it to preamp, it's going to boost the gain. You set it to post amp, it's going to increase the volume. So you have that option on the back of the pedal. Now with the amount of boost, you cannot control it with the 550 and the dual rec, but you can control it on the Jims 800. So besides the volume gain, low, mid, and high knobs on each of these pedals, with the 5150 you're going to have a reso knob, essentially resonance. So this will tweak the low end in the power amp stage of the pedal. In the dual rec, we mentioned there's a tight knob right there to tighten things up. And with the Jims 800 or JCM 800, you can adjust the amount of boost that you want in the pedal. So I have this all set to the second channel, which is the higher gain channel of the pedal. We're going to demo that with this Gibson SG. And we are going into the effects return of the Hughes and Kettner Tubemeister Deluxe 20. So we are bypassing the preamp of this amplifier. We're just using it purely as a power amp to power up this orange vertical 2x12 cabinet being mic'd up by a ST Electronics V7X and X1S. And in the effects loop, there is a touch of reverb because reverb makes me happy. So the clean tone of this guitar sounds like this. So now I'm going to go through each of these pedals with the setting that are on it. Alright, we're going to quickly go through each individually, and then we are going to tweak the knobs and just fool around and have some fun. So here we go. We're going to start with the 5150. The dual rec. And finally the JCM 800. Now with the JCM 800, I had to kick in the boost to kind of match the amount of gain that the other two pedals has. But now we're going to go through again everything one by one, and we are going to tweak the knobs around and hear how they sound. Also, one more thing I forgot to mention is that there is a tiny presence knob at the back of the pedal which you kind of set and forget, and they are all in the 12 o'clock position right now. So let's get back to the 5150 style pedal, and we're gonna tweak around with the gain and the settings knobs. So here you go. So there you go. With the 5150, I find that if you want a much more tighter sounding gain structure, the best way to achieve that is to have the gain about, what's about it here, about 3 o'clock, and engage the boost to get that tightness, because I think by just cranking the gain alone, it's not going to get as tight, and you got to have the resonance and the low knobs kind of tweaked to kind of achieve the tightness. Now we move on to the dual rec style pedal. treble on the dual rec, but I feel that the low end is much more controlled when you have the tight knob engaged. But the gain knob kind of want to live past 12 o'clock and not below that. Let's check out the JCM style pedal right now and fool around with that. I feel that this one is a bit more of a rock and roll vibe. That's why I kind of like change keys here. I don't think I wanted to live so much in the down tune territory because I felt that the low end is a bit more flubby. It kind of want to live, you know, with you playing all this rock and roll style chords. So. So there you go, guys. That was a quick comparison. Hope it helped you kind of choose something that if you are looking for a higher gain style of tone, an amp in a box tone, then you kind of figure out that which one suits your taste. So let us know in the comments down below what you think about the tones achieved today. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe for more content, and I will see you real soon. Ting, ning, 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 ning.
Rasa sakit.
Ku menahan rasa sakit.